Hi, readers. We are going to switch from thinking about tools that we can use to decode difficult, tricky words, and we are going to start thinking about all the moves that authors make to keep our interest up as we read their books. So I think about Mo Willems, for example. He's my favorite author. I love his Elephant and Piggie books. I love Knuffle Bunny. I love all of them, every single one. I have literally never read a book by him that I didn't love. What does he do to keep me so interested in every single book? Well, let's talk about it. So, the moves that authors make to keep us interested are called craft. Author's craft is the ways that authors make their writing more interesting to you, the reader. So, one move that authors make is to use different kinds of letters. So authors like to use bold words and words in all caps. Bold words look like this. It means that the letters are a little bit thicker. You might remember using bold words when you were in Writer's Workshop doing your how-to books. And caps words mean all capital letters or all uppercase letters. Sometimes authors use both all caps and bold letters. So why do authors do that? Well, they're showing that these words are important. She or he, the author, wants these words to stand out to you, the reader. So here's an example over here. He is big. He is very big. So you'll notice that when I said this word, very, I said it in a slightly different voice. I didn't say, he is very big. No, I showed that this word should be emphasized. I should say it a little bit differently. So let me try it again. He is big. He is very big. So you can see that I kind of stretched out the word, maybe even said it a little bit louder. So I'm going to show you an example of an author who uses a lot of caps words in a book that is called The Day the Crayons Quit. It's by Drew Daywalt and it's illustrated by Oliver Jeffers. So again, here's the book, The Day the Crayons Quit. Now I want you to be paying extra special attention to the words that I read that are in all caps. And I'll try to point them out with my finger so that you can see them too. And you'll notice that I say those words a little bit differently than I say the rest of the words. I give them extra emphasis because the author really wants you to notice them and to think about why those words are important to the character on the page. So let's begin. One day in class, Duncan went to take out his crayons and found a stack of letters with his name on them. Hey Duncan, it's me, Red Crayon. We need to talk. You make me work harder than any of your other crayons. All year long, I wear myself out coloring fire engines, apples, strawberries, and everything else that's red. I even work on holidays. I have to color all the Santas at Christmas and all the hearts on Valentine's Day. I need a rest. Your overworked friend, Red Crayon. Dear Duncan, all right, listen. I love that I'm your favorite crayon for grapes, dragons, and wizards' hats, but it makes me crazy that so much of my gorgeous color goes outside of the lines. If you don't start coloring inside the lines soon, I'm going to completely lose it. Your very neat friend, Purple Crayon. Dear Duncan, I'm tired of being called light brown or dark tan because I am neither. I am beige and I am proud. I'm also tired of being second place to Mr. Brown Crayon. It's not fair that Brown gets all the bears, ponies, and puppies while the only things I get are turkey dinners, if I'm lucky, and wheat. And let's be honest, when was the last time you saw a kid excited about coloring wheat? Your beige friend, Beige Crayon. Duncan, Gray Crayon here. You're killing me. I know you love elephants, and I know that elephants are gray, but that's a lot of space to color in all by myself. And don't even get me started on your rhinos, hippos, and humpback whales. You know how tired I am after handling one of those things? Such big animals. Baby penguins are gray, you know, so are very tiny rocks, pebbles. How about one of those once in a while to give me a break? Your very tired friend, Gray Crayon. Dear Duncan, you color with me, but why? Most of the time, I'm the same color as the page you're using me on. White. If I didn't have a black outline, you wouldn't even know I was there. I'm not even in the rainbow. I'm only used to color snow or to fill an empty space between other things, and it leaves me feeling, well, empty. We need to talk. Your empty friend, White Crayon. Hi, Duncan. I hate being used to draw the outline of things. Things that are colored in by other colors, all of which think they're brighter than me. It's not fair when you use me to draw a nice beach ball and then fill in the colors of the ball with all the other crayons. How about a black beach ball sometime? Is that too much to ask? Your friend, Black Crayon. Dear Duncan, as Green Crayon, I am writing for 2 reasons. One is to say that I like my workloads of crocodiles, trees, dinosaurs, and frogs. I have no problems and wish to congratulate you on a very successful coloring things green career so far. The second reason I write is for my friends Yellow Crayon and Orange Crayon, who are no longer speaking to each other. Both crayons feel they should be the color of the sun. Please settle this soon because they're driving the rest of us crazy. Your happy friend, Green Crayon. Dear Duncan, Yellow Crayon here. I need you to tell the Orange Crayon that I am the color of the sun. I would tell him, but we're no longer speaking. And I can prove I'm the color of the sun too. Last Tuesday, you used me to color in the sun on your Happy Farm coloring book. In case you've forgotten, it's on page 7. You can't miss me. I'm shining down brilliantly on a field of yellow corn. Your pal and the true color of the sun, Yellow Crayon. Dear Duncan, I see Yellow Crayon already talked to you, the big whiner. Anyway, could you please tell Mr. Tattletale that he is not the color of the sun? I would, but we're no longer speaking. We both know I am clearly the color of the sun because on Thursday you used me to color the sun on both the Monkey Island and the Meet the Zookeeper pages in your Day at the Zoo coloring book. Orange, you glad I'm here? Ha! Your pal and the real color of the sun, Orange Crayon. Dear Duncan, it has been great being your favorite color this past year, and the year before that, and the year before that. I have really enjoyed all those oceans, lakes, rivers, raindrops, rain clouds, and clear skies. But the bad news is that I'm so short and stubby, I can't even see over the railing in the crayon box anymore. I need a break. Your very stubby friend, Blue Crayon. Duncan. Okay, listen here, kid. You have not used me once in the past year. It's because you think I'm a girl's color, isn't it? Speaking of which, please tell your little sister I said thank you for using me to color in her Little Princess coloring book. I think she did a fabulous job of staying inside the lines. Now back to us. Could you please use me sometime to color the occasional pink dinosaur or monster or cowboy? Goodness knows they could use a splash of color. Your unused friend, Pink Crayon. Hey, Duncan, it's me, Peach Crayon. Why did you peel off my paper wrapping? Now I'm naked and too embarrassed to leave the crayon box. I don't even have any underwear. How would you like to go to school naked? I need some clothes. Help! Your naked friend, Peach Crayon. Well, poor Duncan just wanted to color, and of course he wanted his crayons to be happy, and that gave him an idea. When Duncan showed his teacher his new picture, she gave him an A for coloring and an A+ for creativity. So friends, You might have noticed all the different times that I really emphasized the words as I was reading, and that was because I got to all caps letters. So when the black crayon says, "It's not fair when you use me to draw a nice beach ball and then fill in the colors of the ball with all the other crayons," the author is showing you how upset the black crayon feels. He really feels like things are just not fair for him. So let's remind ourselves about why authors use all caps and bold words. Okay, on this handy dandy chart, I have made the beginning of the author craft moves that we'll look at. So at the top it says "we call it," then we'll have an example, and then we'll talk about why the author does that. So we call it bold words or all caps words. And an example is from the book that we just read, The Day the Crayons Quit. "It's not fair when you use me to draw a nice beach ball and then fill in the colors of the ball with all the other crayons." And when an author does this, when they use bold words or all caps words, they're showing that these words are important, that you should emphasize them as you read and remember them. So friends, just as a reminder, all caps and bold words are examples of craft moves. Craft moves are the moves that the author makes to keep you, the reader, interested. All right, friends, today I'd like you to read for 20 minutes and be on the lookout for all caps words or bold words in your stories. All right, have a wonderful morning. Bye-bye.